Hold on, nothing's working. Why is nothing working? Hold on. I do the same thing every day. I hit the same buttons, and just every couple days, I don't know. I give up. I don't know. Nothing works. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. I'm having a huge allergy attack. The computer's not working. Happy Father's Day. This is going to be a great stream. I'm very angry because nothing's working. And that's just a great way to start. Everything's going to be fine. This is my full-time job. If you'd like to support technical difficulties, head on over to CiottiFPV.com, and this is what it looks like. Patreon helps me the most. I'm on YouTube and Instagram. Some stickers and some hardware over on Etsy. Over on Fiverr, I'm doing flight instruction, helping you guys tune, helping you guys build rigs with good parts. T-shirts over on Teespring, little store over on FPV Exchange. If you're not on FPV Exchange, you're missing out. Get on it. And then if you guys ever find yourself doing orders on FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Oh My God's website, FPV Crate, Banggood, Camera Butter, or AliExpress, if you remember to hit my affiliate link before you do the order, I'll get 1 to 6% of your entire shopping cart for free. And then I can spend it on more stuff to do testing with. Oh my God, why? In the chat, Christian Float was first, Riot 9 was next, Chuck Sauls, Vern Calc, Dog Life, FPV 608, Robin Duckett deleted his message, or no, Tiago deleted Robin Duckett's message, Dan Richmond, Finn FPV, Alpha Sloth, Evil FPV, Guillermo Nespolo, T-Bird is in the house, Dan Richmond again, Northern Tier FPV, Rob Axelson, Paul McDonald, Journey Droid, Gary Higgins, Mike Papano, Chomper FPV, JT MacGyver FPV, Paul McDonald, and Tiago Ramos. What's up, friends? Thanks for joining me on this immediate shit show. Vern, if you want to talk directly to me in the chat, all you need to do is type my name, CiottiFPV. That will light it up in orange. You can do that to anyone. If you type anybody's name and you spell it correctly, it'll light up in orange for that person so that they know that you're talking to them. Oh, boy. Vern Calc tagged me and said hello. Finn said hum the intro music for us. T-Bird says what's up. Rob Oxen says again. Yep. I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know? What am I supposed to do? I click all the same buttons. I don't change anything. I don't use the computer for anything other than live streaming. And, you know, streamed 2 days ago. Clicked stop stream. Let the computer sit for 2 days. Click start stream. And desktop audio just won't work for no reason. You know, just cut my head off with a machete. Mike Papano says hello. Gary Higgins says what's up. Finn FPV says singing Sunday. Paul McDonald says thanks for the awesome Fiverr session. You're certainly welcome, Paul. It was a really good time. Rob Oxelson says I wouldn't be live without CiottiFPV if everything works. Yeah, right. Remy Tim says what's up. Mr. Huggy says no sound. Oh, I know. Double A says CiottiFPV. Remy Tim says no music. Oh, I know. Tiago Ramos says no sound. Oh, I know. Abraham says no sound. Oh, I know. Finn FPV says he's working on the sound issue. There we go. Sly Robocop Gaming says I'm stumped on why Betaflight is not showing. Oh, that was a sneeze. It didn't show up. Sly Robocop is stumped on why Betaflight is not showing battery voltage, and DJI goggles too. The battery is plugged in and powers up fine. FC LED for VCC is not on at all, so I know something is shot. Sly Robocop, usually when that happens, to me, it's when the 5-volt BEC on the flight controller has failed. So VBAT comes out of the ESC, and it goes up to the flight controller, VBAT being full voltage. For anybody that's new, this is going to be a bad live stream, boys and girls. This is going to be a fucking terrible live stream. Full voltage comes up to the flight controller through the plug header, and then it goes into a 5-volt BEC, which brings it down, and it also, gives you your, I don't know if the 5-volt BEC gives you the voltage reading, but something directly connected to the 5-volt BEC gives you your voltage rating. And then that powers all of the 5-volt pads on the flight controller. So yeah, when that 5-volt BEC fails on the flight controller, the voltage readings go away. And one of the ways around it is you can put in an external 5-volt BEC. This is how I know about this. When that has happened, the flight controller dies on me. And what I'll do as a troubleshooting step is I'll take an external 5-volt BEC and I'll feed that into one of the other 5-volt pads on the flight controller, and then that spreads the 5-volt out, and it'll power your VTX and your camera and your receiver. But you never get voltage readings again. So that's all I know about that, Sly Robocop Gaming. I have a feeling your flight controller failed. Tiago says the Mac is getting jealous from the M1. Yeah. Yeah, although it's kind of been like this forever. But actually, no. It's been fine. I don't know. Machete. Head. Paul McDonald with a $2 super chat. He says, F that sound. We know what the music is. It's true. Tiago says your mic audio is good. Rob Oxison says just start the stream. Abraham says your mic is working, just whatever sound pass through you're trying to appears to be non-functioning. Oh, I know. Robin Duckett says thanks CiottiFPV, I appreciate you. I think Tiago accidentally timed Robin Duckett out. Robin also says, thanks for the sim training yesterday. I tipped you. I appreciate it, Robin. Very, very cool of you. Yeah, it looks like Tiago accidentally timed Robin Duckett out for 300 seconds. Sorry about that, Robin. I'm sure it was by accident on Tiago's part. Don Ladd says, what's up? Rob Oxison says, YouTube just did the thing. It did. Astro FPV says, have you ever flown a 3D heli? I have not, Astro, but I am very tempted to turn on 3D on my momentary switch and just kind of play with it. That's what she said. Don Ladd says, I've got a current sensor on my flight controller, but nowhere for it on my ESC. Any help, bro? So that's weird, Don. It's supposed to be the other way around. The ESC is supposed to have the current sensor, and then there's a current sensing pin. Some ESCs have current sensors on them, and then there'll be a pin on the plug header where you can send that up to the flight controller. If the flight controller also has a current sensor, then I guess VBAT can come up from the yeah, I don't know how that would work. I've never heard of a flight controller having a current sensor, but I guess maybe I could totally be wrong about this, but maybe you can send VBAT up from the ESC to the flight controller, and then maybe it can use that current sensor to give you the current, but you would never want to send that back to the ESC. There'd be no reason to do that. So, yeah. Robocop Gaming says, but the receiver is getting power perfectly fine from the flight controller, is working perfectly fine, minus the voltage reading not showing up, so is there something else it could be? I don't know, Sly Robocop. I told you everything, literally everything that I know about that. So, yeah, beyond what I said, I have no clue, unfortunately. I'm not like a big electronics guy. So, unfortunately, I can't really help beyond that. Sorry, brother. Maybe the flight controller has two 5-volt BECs. I know some of the Talons, I think the Talon F7 maybe has two separate BECs, so maybe one of them blew up, but not the other. But that's totally a guess. I'm not great for like a technical troubleshooting guy. Like, that's not really what I spend my time doing or like researching or learning. Never really have been. I focus on flying, tuning, building with the right parts. As soon as things get technical, I'm not the guy, unfortunately. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me with this? And now my eyes are going to hell? got something in my fucking eye. Man dies live on stream. 3 o'clock Eastern. Man slowly falls into state of disrepair. Live on stream. Oh wow, this is a fucking good one. This is a good allergy attack. This is gonna be a real shit show today, boys. AstroFPV says there's a free 3D HeliSim demo called HeliX. It's a very good demo, and I thought that quads would fly the same in 3D, but they do not. Very interesting, Astro. Very cool. Seth Inman says, I removed the TPU feet below my motors, and they get more hot. And now they get more hot. Any ideas? That makes no sense, Seth. Unless somehow the TPU feet were... actually, it could make some sense. So the only thing that I could see there is that the extra weight of the TPU feet were changing the, we're changing the resonant frequency of the arm. And it has moved the resonant, and removing them has moved the resonant frequency of the arm to a frequency that's not getting filtered as well. Man, is that a stretch though? That'd be a good question for for Chris Rosser actually. Man, that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. Chuck Sauls says, what are your thoughts on the H7 chip being used in several flight controllers these days? My main thought is that those flight instructors, or flight controllers rather, are too expensive. There's zero benefit to an H7 chip. So all you're really doing is future-proofing yourself, but you're spending a bunch of extra money to future-proof yourself. So, I don't know. I would rather... flight control, it depends, right? So if you crash, flight controllers are not going to last very long. So there's kind of no reason to future-proof yourself out that far. F4 flight controllers still have the same performance as H7s, right? So it kind of stands to reason that we should be buying F4 flight controllers because they're the cheapest. But F7s have now come down in cost to where you're only going to spend a couple more dollars for an F7, and it's going to be a little bit more future-proofed. And also, there are some benefits to F7s, like the fact that you don't have to deal with inversion. So I think buying F7s is the right move right now. I really don't think buying an H7 makes any sense, because you're future-proofing yourself for like the next 2 or 3 years, and if you crash, a flight controller gyro is not going to last that long. Unless, I guess, maybe there would be some sense to it, I think, if you could find an H7 flight controller with an MPU 6000 gyro. The MPU 6000 gyro has the potential to be the best gyro that we will ever get for our specific usage. But unfortunately, that gyro was discontinued almost a year ago now. So, yeah, you could maybe justify it by saying, okay, I'm going to buy an H7 flight controller now so that the flight controller itself and the processor on it is good for the next year or 2 or 3 or, you know, because this is the only chance for me to get an MPU 6000 gyro. Like, there's going to be a point here, it's already started to happen, where the new flight controllers coming out don't have MPU 6000s on them. Because the manufacturers of the flight controllers can't source the MPU 6000s anymore. But again, the problem with that is if you crash, you're going to blow that flight controller up before there's any benefit to that H7. But yeah, don't get suckered into the Flight 1 absolute bullshit of, oh, you have to have an H7. I mean, just don't fly Flight 1 in general. It's just not good. It's the worst of the flight softwares. If you're desperate to try something different than Betaflight, KISS, and from a technical standpoint at least, KISS and Emu Flight are much better than Flight 1. Flight 1 is... there are people that fly Flight 1 well, which is a good example of the fact that we've had good flight software for a number of years here. But from a technical standpoint, it is the weakest of the flight firmwares. That's just a fact. Like, there's no arguing that. So, yeah, the fact that there's people that fly well on it is just showing that we've had really good flight software for a couple of years. Flight 1 and KISS are a couple of years behind. But a couple of years ago, the flight software got good enough that it can produce really good footage. But like living with Flight 1 and just using it's just kind of a nightmare. Unless you've been into it. Like people that have been on Flight 1 for a number of years, they know all of the tips and tricks and pains in the ass that make it work. And that's fine. That's great for those people. But to enter into Flight 1 now is a horrible idea. Just a horrible idea. It's arguably the worst idea in FPV. It's almost as bad of an idea as making an AIO all-in-one flight controller with ESC. Almost as bad. Tweet FPV is in the house. What's up, Tweet? Rob Oxison says, dude, take some ZE. I'm not sure what ZE is, but I'm a 40-year-old man, so when things happen, I do take the appropriate medicine. But I appreciate you, Rob. I'm not sure what ZE is. But I'm assuming it was a short form for some allergy medication. I'm good. I know how to... yeah, I take medicine when I need it. Abraham says, what you need is Flonase, total game changer for allergies, especially when they predominate in your face and eyes. I've tried Flonase, does not work for me. The nose sprays do not work for me. I've had allergies for over 10 years. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on allergenists. I've gotten shots in both arms every week for 3 years. Yeah, I appreciate you guys wanting to help me out, but I'm good to go. I know more about allergies than I should, and my allergies are just really nasty. But again, I appreciate you guys wanting to help. Seth Inman says, I've also been getting really weird noise on my video before I remove the feet, and it looks like resonance, but I'm not sure. Noise. Noise in the video. I mean, I guess if removing the feet now is adding a different resonance that's putting the PID loop into a feedback loop of some sort, right? That's going to make the ESC go bananas. I mean, the first thing that you want to do is add filtering and reduce your P&D gains. I mean, that'll probably fix the problem. Unfortunately, it's going to make your quad fly worse. What frame is it, Seth? So that we all know to not get that frame. Oh, DQ with a fucking great idea. Probably the right answer. DQ says, Seth Inman, CiottiFPV, since you took off the TPU shoes and now the screws go into the motors further, so you're probably digging into the windings, causing the motors to heat up. Great idea. Great thought, DQ. Yeah, when you guys remove those feet, you got to make sure that you go to shorter screws so that you don't do exactly what DQ is saying. Good thinking, DQ. Motherfucker, that's the power of the collective right there. I don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. I just have to surround myself with smart people. And, you know, it's hard, man. There's like 8,000 things that could cause the problems that we run into on these rigs. So it's like, you know, I'll sit here and think about the whole system and then just completely forget about, you know, arm screws. And it's like, you know, I'm just used to it, right? Like when I put TPU arm protectors on, I just don't even think about it. Like, I'm used to running a longer set of screws on these because they're 1 to 2 millimeters thick. and then I'm used to using a shorter set of screws. But I've been doing this for 4.5 years, you know, and I've put arm protectors off and on a million times. Somebody, for example, maybe like Seth, maybe he's been running the feet for the entire time that he's been flying, and now he's taken the feet off, because I always talk about how important it is for the ends of your arms to be as light as possible. It's very easy to forget that and just, you know, back the screws out, take the fucking foot off, and just put the screws right back in and not think about it and not look to see if the screws are touching the windings. Kind of glad that I didn't think about that, though, because removing weight from the end of the arm will change the resonant frequency of that arm. I think it will. Adding or removing mass. It's an interesting question. Next time I talk to Chris, I'm going to ask him that. Unless Seth, unless you want to message him and then report back, I would love that, because I'll probably forget by the end of the stream. Very, very interesting. Athix says, Flight 1 I thought was a racer firmware mainly. Not really. I mean, there's really kind of nothing about firmware that makes it better for racing or better for freestyle, in my opinion, and in my knowledge. Flight 1 is basically a firmware that had a person running the company who threw a lot of money at marketing and makes a lot of total bullshit claims that sound really good from a marketing standpoint but hold no water. If you talk to anybody that knows anything in the industry, they all will roundly agree that Flight 1 is no good. Like this, the 32K sampling is just wasted data. It's just garbage data. That has been proven over and over and over and over and over and over again, and no one has disproved it. Like it's been proven to be a useless thing by everyone in the industry. The only person that doesn't agree is Preston, the guy that runs Flight 1. So you've got one person that says 32K is the answer to all things. The flight firmware doesn't fly very good. It's very picky, and the entire rest of the industry roundly agrees that it's a bad thing. Who would you agree with, right? Everyone, or one person who's financially motivated to have that be his one main marketing piece? The only real reason to run Flight 1 that I've ever seen is that they're the guy, and most of the freestyle guys that run it, they just like the way that the rates are. They just like the way that the rates feel, and they're used to it. They're used to it because they've been on that platform for a long time, and learning something new like Betaflight or KISS or EmuFlight is work, right? And that's a totally valid reason. That is a totally valid reason, right? Like, if it flies okay for you and you've learned how to make it work, and you don't want to spend the time to learn Betaflight, to watch a couple Bardwell videos and, you know, ask a couple questions to folks, then yeah, run Flight 1. Awesome. But if you want flight firmware that works better, and now that there's Flight 1 rates in Betaflight, you know, literally the only reason to run it is because you don't want to relearn something. And again, that's fine. If you don't want to relearn, that's totally fine. But the data is the data, and the data has proven time and time and time and time and time again that that Flight 1 is all marketing nonsense. So yeah, them's the facts. Mr. Syncopad says, my friends are ripping on me because I bought 2550 motors. 2550? Jesus, they're 50 millimeters tall? No wonder your friends are ripping on you, Mr. Syncopad. I'm assuming you meant 2505? Oh, KV. 2550 KV motors, and put 70% motor scale, even though I have 6S batteries. What do I tell them? Love you. Just tell them that they're wrong, and I wouldn't tell them anything. I would ask them if they've done that before, and when they say no, then they have no leg to stand on, right? It's like, Lamborghinis are the worst cars ever. Well, have you ever driven one? Well, no. Okay. You're an idiot. Tell them Ciotti said that they're idiots. There are plenty of pro pilots that have done exactly that, myself included, and have done A/B blind tests, and there's no difference in flight feel, and there's no difference in runtime. So I would not tell them anything. I would just enjoy the fact that you didn't waste your money on lower kV motors when you switched from 4S to 6S, right? Take that extra money and buy yourself something nice, and laugh at your friends that they wasted their money. That's my recommendation. Rob Oxison says, no allergies, come to Georgia, you will. My allergies are actually a lot better here. New Jersey was a bit of a train wreck. Charleston, it was kind of hit or miss. My allergies have been pretty good here. Yeah, but they're really bad, and they have been for the last 15 or so years. Rob Oxison says, simple test with multimeter, screws to ESC pads. Yeah, right. Yep, that's one way to test it. Or just look. I mean, you can pretty easily see it. Robin Duckett says, Joshua Bardwell argues the frame manufacturer should ship with long enough screws. How they're going to know how long they need if you put TPU on your motor arms. Yeah, very true, Robin. Very, very true. Astro FPV says, how do I tune a quad to stop bounce back? Astro, I have a Fiverr gig where I do tuning, half an hour or an hour long tune session. It's typically iTerm relax. You want to move the iTerm relax to a value of 10. If that doesn't fix it, typically you need to add more P and D gain to whatever axis is bouncing back. It could also be that your motors are too small for the size and the weight of the propeller. It could also be that your quad is too heavy for the power of the motors. It could also be that the propellers that you're... and so on and so on and so on. There's a lot of different factors that kind of go into that. So, yeah, there's a bunch of things that you can try. If none of those work, yeah, I'll see you on Fiverr, hopefully. Because these things are not just like, oh, this is happening, this is the solution. Our quads have so many different interrelated systems that it's like, oh, this one thing is happening. Okay, well, over the next half an hour, we're going to talk about 100 different variables that are in the mix, and we're going to try to find that one variable that's causing the problem. That's how a lot of the troubleshoots go with these rigs. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Let's do some work on the rip squeak here. No idea if we'll be able to get it done before I get too frustrated by my face leaking like a fucking faucet, but at least we'll try. Am I right? Because I'm caught up on the chat. It's so hard being me. It's so hard. So hard being me. Oh God, why? All right. Okay. Let's do some things. So I need to get these guys soldered on here. But first, I need to just make sure that they are going to be long enough. Yeah, it's going to be long enough. All right, cool. So these are slightly longer race wires. I wish I knew what color these race wires are. I hope they're a good color. I think they're white. I think these are white, which is fine. White's okay. Right. Rob Axelson says, did you break another quad? I mean, pretty much every time I go out and fly, I break something. So, I mean, like, the answer to that is pretty much yes on a daily basis. So, yeah. I mean, if you guys aren't breaking stuff pretty much every time you go fly, you're not flying hard enough. One of the beautiful things about this hobby is that we can fix stuff cheaply and in the comfort of our workbench. So take advantage of that, and also when you're breaking stuff, that means that you're flying hard enough, and you're pushing yourself, and that's whether or not you're breaking stuff is almost a 1-to-1 analog with whether or not you're like learning and getting better as a pilot. So I always recommend you guys break stuff, because yeah, it means that you're pushing, and there's just not much of a penalty for breaking stuff, right? Our replacement parts are cheap and cheerful, and yeah. So break stuff, my friends. Break it all, and then fix it real quick, and then go out again and break it again. That's my life advice for you. Break shit. Break all the things. CiottiFPV 2021. Sly Robocop Gaming says, do you just connect the 5-volt or both 5-volt and ground from the BEC to the 5-volt pad on the flight controller? What? Do you just connect the 5-volt or both 5-volt and ground from the BEC to the 5-volt pad on the flight controller? Sly Robocop, is this you trying to bypass the 5-volt BEC that you think may have blown up on your flight controller? If so, there's no reason for you to do that, because you told me that your flight controller is powering all the things correctly. So yeah, don't do that, because that's what it sounds like you're trying to do, but that's not going to help you out. It sounds like whatever's... Yeah, I don't know what your problem is, Sly Robocop, but I can definitely tell you that what you're potentially talking about doing there is not going to help it, unfortunately. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. T-Bird says, you said they were white on Friday night stream, but you said a lot. The ones that came off were white, because we tested them. I remember doing that. I don't remember figuring out that these were white. Maybe I did. All I had to do was pull the VHB off, so maybe I did. I just don't remember. Speaking of this VHB, let me actually get rid of it. I think what happened was when I ordered these, I don't think they make these Flywoo ARM LEDs in any of the colors that I want. I think they only make them in like white, green, and pink, maybe. So I think what I did is I got a bunch of white ones, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll throw some red gel over top, or just leave them white. I wish Flywoo would make these in red or purple. Alright, let's do some painfully small soldering. What do you guys say? I'm going to pull these arms off because they're just going to make this thing wobble, which is going to send me into a white cracker rage, and nobody wants that. Everybody seems to have liked the cockroach incident. Thanks for applauding my pain. As long as something good comes out of my sheer horror, then I'm cool with it. I will more than likely do a little short out of that, because yeah, I'm fine with I'm fine with people laughing at me. That's cool. That's all right. Let me do something. I've been meaning to do something here that's way more important than working on quads. Everybody needs a reminder, and that reminder, the OG folks will know. I noticed this on Lilithium's workbench today, and I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. So I'm gonna copy her. Alright. Hold on. Hold on, please. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold it. Don't grip it, just hold it. Alright.
諦めんなよ諦めんなお前どうしてそこでやめるんだそこでもう少し頑張ってみろよダメやめ諦めたら周りのこと思うよ応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろってあともうちょっとのところなんだから俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ絶対やってみろ必ず目標達成できるだからこそネバギブアップ
There we have it, boys and girls. Make sure that you never give up. I didn't last year, so you can't ever. There we have it. Ribby Tim with a $5 Exterminator Fund super chat. Thank you, Daniel. You're the man. Grumpy FPV says, what VTX is that, please? This is the Eachine Nano V2, available on Pyrodrone and GetFPV, I believe. Definitely on Pyrodrone. Sly Robocop says, but I need the voltage. Well, you're not going to get it, unfortunately. Sometimes, you know, a wise group of men once wrote a song with the lyrics, maybe even the song name, you don't always get what you want. I know that sucks, but that's sort of just the way it is sometimes. The way it is, another song. Look at me go. Look at me go! Breaking hearts left and right. Alright, let's see how much of a nightmare this can be. Let me actually do this elevated a little bit. I'm going to put it on the disgusting wood block just to get it up off the table a little bit here. Put this guy sideways. Yeah, that's going to be good. There we go. That's the stuff. Okay, here we go. Oh, good call, Remy Tim. Yeah, some of the cameras, if you feed VBAT to some of the cameras, they'll give you some voltage. Good call. Good thinking, Daniel. Why is that? There we go. All right. Let's get this little fella next door here. Put a little angle on it. Put a little wiggle on it. You know what I'm saying? Alright. And then, wow, this ain't bad. I thought I was going to have more trouble than this. Because the stack is kind of together and whatnot, but this ain't bad. I do need to grab this wire from the side like this, though. That's better. Okay. And come on. I need to tin the tip a little bit for this one. Not cooperating. Hey, there we are. Oh, nope, don't want that. I do want that. Alright, let me take a look, see what this looks like. Oh yeah, we're fine. On this ESC, the FETs are really close to the pads. So you really got to be careful. That's kind of what I was worried about. But We are good to go. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we can keep going. Harble's FPV with a $4.20 super chat. He says, never give up. I will not, Ken. Harble's FPV was here hanging out last night with Glenn and Patrick. We had a fucking blast. In honor of Harble's FPV's super chat. There it is. Never give up, FPV Exchange. Never give up. Exchange your gear and then never give up. What do you think of that? Alright. Let's keep going. Athix FPV says, what's the difference between the Ishii Nano V1 and V2? A microphone, Athix, is the big difference. The V2 has a microphone, the V1 does not. Gary Higgins says, just built a Rip Squeak with 1404 3700 kV motors. What's the best battery size for it before I buy a bunch? Kind of depends, Gary. It depends on how much runtime you want, how hard you fly, how much ground you cover. For me, yeah, I mean, like how much runtime you're willing to sacrifice. If I were to build a 1404 Rip Squeak, I would do a 4S 450 on it because 1404s are a little on the small side, and a 4S 450 is really the smallest battery that you would want to put on that rig. So that's going to keep your weight down as low as possible, which is going to become really important because those motors are a little on the small side. So yeah, 4S 450 is what I would do. But yeah, like I said, you might want more runtime than what a 4S 450 can give you. So then you want to go up to a 4S 550 or a 4S 650 or something like that, which is going to negatively impact the performance of the rig, right? Because it's going to make the power to weight ratio worse. But some people don't care about that. I try to build my Rip Squeaks to fly as close to the way 5-inch rigs fly as possible. And in order to do that, the sacrifice that I have to make is runtime. I can't get 4, 5, 6 minutes of runtime out of a Rip Squeak like I can with a 5-inch rig. That's mainly because the development cycle of the 5-inch prop size has been way deeper than micros, so we have way more motor, battery options, and technology that have been specifically geared towards 5-inch. Micros will eventually get there, but 5-inch rigs will probably always still be ahead because they have so much of a head start. But yeah, I would maybe start with a 4S 450. I would not buy a whole bunch of batteries all at once because you just don't know. You just don't know what you want. I would buy a 4S 450, a 4S 550, a 4S 650, and I would fly all three of them and see which one you like better in terms of runtime, weight, all that good stuff, and then buy a bunch. Agent Astro says, change my mind, give up on repairing DJI FPV drone. Yikes. I don't know anything about the DJI FPV drone repair process, so you don't want me to change your mind on that one, Agent Astro. I would look up on YouTube other people that are repairing them and see how much of a nightmare it is and just kind of go from there. That way you're basing it, on people with actual knowledge rather than some gangly jackass with allergies. Steven Steinbaker's in the house. What's up, CMYK FPV? If you guys need graphic design stuff, talk to Steven Steinbaker. He does amazing work. CMYK, I just got an email this morning from Sticker Mule that they canceled my my round sticker order, so don't worry about the that Micro King sticker design. I appreciate it though; it looked really cool. Robin Duckett with a £6.99 Mac and Car Fund super chat. Let me do the conversion real quick, and we will add it to the computer fund. In dollars, $10. Awesome, Robin. Thank you, brother. Gear fund. There we go. 1481. This gear fund is staying up. because as I found out after I put the $12.99 total, it's that the $12.99 is like the base model price. That to get it with a little, that's with like no RAM, tiny little hard drive, the slower processor. Realistically, the computer is going to be like basically like 1900. So I'm just going to keep this open. I mean, I guess I could change. I guess I could change the $12.99, but I feel bad because like we already. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. Thanks again, Robin Duckett. Very kind of you. Espander says hello. Michael Blade says hello. Agent Astro says it's cheaper to upgrade the RAM and buy a better hard drive. Well, you kind of can't, Agent Astro. iMacs don't work that way. So, yeah. You have to do it. You have to let Apple do it. Alright, cool. Back to work. Back to work. And anybody that's going to say, just build a PC, save your breath. I hate PCs. I always have. They are the worst. In my opinion. Alright. Let's get the second one zapped on here. We'll use this one. I'm going to go this one first. So we'll lift that one up. And here we go. Nope, I got some flux on those. Alright. We'll add a little, actually, let me, the wires are starting to kind of splay out on this one, so let me just force them back together real quick here. I'm actually going to trim this down. This is a little on the long side. No, it's not. It's fine. It's because it's the outside one that it's a little bit longer. I see. All right. And there's the first one. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. Avix says, so far I like 654S packs on the 255-inch. 4 minutes of hard flying. If I baby it, I could long range probably. Very cool. It's good to hear. That's kind of a smaller battery. I wouldn't think you'd be able to get that much runtime out of it, but I'm really happy to hear that you can. Okay, now you guys will be able to see a little bit better. Remy Tim says, plus YouTube is going to take like $600. Yeah, I know, right? You greedy whores, YouTube. That's okay. That's okay, man. Cost of doing business. They give me a wonderful platform to stream from that just works all the time. Always works well. Never gives me any problems. YouTube, thank you so much for just, you know, creating a platform that's perfect. Your notification system works beautifully. Your chat works beautifully. It definitely doesn't just randomly scroll to the bottom and fucking torture me. Thank you, YouTube, for all your hard work. It's not appreciated by anyone because it sucks a fat bag of donkey dicks. Apparently Twitch isn't much better though, so should not be complaining. Alright, let's get the second wire on here. I was trying to stubbornly do it without tinning the tip of the soldering iron, but as usual, it did not allow me to do it the wrong way. It forced me to come back in and do it the right way here, so, you know. Poo-poo on you. Man, okay. This is going to be a total jerk. And I actually got a little handsy with the tip of the soldering iron, and there's a chance that I created a bridge in there, so I got to take a quick look here. Hold on. Now we're good. Hansi. Who knows what Hansi is from? Anybody recognize that? Hansi. My face hurts. Tip of the soldering iron is being a douche. Hey, that looks good. Last one on motor number 4 here. Huff19 says, can you cover how to motor scale? I'm needing to drop 2200 kV to around 1880. You go into the PID tab, and then you scroll down to motor limiting, and then you just type whatever percentage that you want in there. It's going to default to 100%. So then, yeah, you can type in 90% or 80 or 85 or 70 or whatever. It's also available in the OSD. So you can just land, and you go into Profile, and then you go into MISC PP, and then you scroll all the way down to the second page, and there's a field called like motor output limit, I think it is. And yeah, that'll have whatever number you've set, and you can just change it on the fly, which is really, really nice. And that's all there is to it. It's super, super, super simple. God damn it, come on, man. Okay, there we go. All right. Motors 3 and 4 look good. Let me just hit this with the 5X loop here. If you don't have a 5X loop, go buy one. Scroll down in the description of this video. There's a tools section. And get yourself a 5X loop so that you don't spend $5 or whatever. Oh God, excuse me. Or whatever a 5X loop costs, so that you don't blow up $50 ESCs. All right, how about that for grown-up logic? Where the hell's the other one? How do I only have 3? What? What? Where's the 4th one? There it is. Okay. So let's do the more difficult one first. We'll do this one first because it's a little more difficult. How many times can I say difficult? Hansi. Nobody knows what Hansi is? No Stern fans in the house? Come on. No like 90s, 2000s Stern fans in the house? Hansi was a person that was on the Stern show. And they would pronounce his name Hansi all the time. It's like you guys don't even know me. Or there's just not many people from the Northeast US in the chat right now. Which is probably more what's going on. Since this is kinda the EU stream. I guess you guys in the EU don't even really get Stern. I don't know if Stern would really make any sense though, because he covers pretty American stuff. Although I don't know, that's probably not true. It would probably be. I don't know if the humor would translate. Kind of interesting. I didn't put flux on any of these. Michael Blades just ordered the 5X loop. You're gonna love it, Michael. T-Bird says ARRON with a question mark. I have no idea what that means, T-Bird. T-Bird's drunk, confirmed. Day drunk on a Sunday. How delightful. T-Bird knows how to live, confirmed. Just kind of touching this one up that I was just soldering. It looks good, but it's not perfect. And I'm a sucker for perfect solder joints on a 3-inch rig. There are so many other problems to worry about with micros that I'm kind of like, well, I'm at least going to get the soldering absolutely perfect, so that that's one less thing that that can potentially go wrong on them. You know what I'm saying? Patrick actually just finished, not quite finished, but almost finished up yesterday 2 Rip Squeak micro builds that are almost identical to these that I have. And he followed sort of the same mantra and really did a very clean job. And I really enjoyed seeing that last night. Always makes me feel less outside of my mind when other people build micros really clean, which is important, you know. It's important to surround yourself with people that make you feel less insane. How to live life 101. How to live life as an adult 101. Surround yourself with people that make you feel less crazy. It helps, I swear. It helps. It helps. Come on, get in there. There we go, that's better. Alright. And come on. Come on, melt, you bastard. Melt. There we go. Patrick got in on the Monday night action by gifting me 10 shares of AMC. Actually, he's been doing a bunch of research into the madness, and he came over one day last week, and he was like. Made like 16 grand today from AMC or some shit. I was like, what the hell? So we started talking about it, and yeah, very, very kind of him. Very, very cool. I still don't like. I tried my best to understand it, but there's so many things, and yeah, I mean, it's still a slot machine. Like, it's still just going to the casino. But maybe it's maybe there's a little bit higher of a rate of success than that. You never know. I mean, at least it's not total blind chance. At least you have a little control over it, which is kind of cool. Okay, last one. Holy shenanigans. Come on, get in there. Get in there, little friend. There we go. The generosity of this community is really outrageous. Patrick has also been letting me borrow his and his wife's Jeep for the last like month, which is just amazing. Like, yeah, the ability to get around during this divorce has really made a huge difference. And yeah, can't really thank the guy enough. But I'm trying, god damn it. I'm trying. Not really trying. I'm just being a friend, really. But I mean, that's kind of all I got. It's kind of all I got to offer. I'm told that that's worth something, so that's good. That makes me feel good. What the hell is going on with this pad? What's the deal here? Oh, I see. The wire is being a jerk. So I'm gonna put a big old blob of flux on this wire, and then I'm just gonna reheat this pad, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, it will. So what's going on is the solder is not wanting to be up in the strands of the wire. Nope, it's still being a jerk. Let me try putting a big blob of solder. There we go. That's the stuff. So I was able to take a big blob of solder that was still smoking there. When it's smoking, that means there's flux in it. And I was able to push that down through the strands of the wire, and it finally penetrated. That's what. She said I would. Did you guys seriously think I was gonna leave you hanging on that one? What the do you even know me? I will never leave you hanging. I will never leave you guys hanging. I promise you that. That's not true. That's a promise I can't keep. I haven't looked at the chat in a while, but I will. Just give me a minute. Kind of in the zone here. And that doesn't happen very often with building. So for some reason this wire had like no solder on it. I don't know how the hell it was attached on whatever rig I pulled it off of. But now it's all better. But now the problem that I'm going to have is it's kind of short. So I need to really be careful here. Okay, that's perfect. Stay there. Stay there, please. Stay there, please. Nope, it moved. Come on, come on. God damn it. Nope, that's not quite there. I really should swap this out, but I'm gonna try to half-ass this. Because every once in a while, half-assing it, you can kind of get away with it. And so I'm going to try to get away with it here. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to happen. Come on. Come on. Come on, you jackass. Okay, the tip of the soldering iron is... Fucking come on! God damn it! Come on! Everything's fine. Relax. Would you guys relax, please? Jesus. Volatile. Oh my god. Come on, man. Come on. Ugh, that looks so ugly. Yeah, I can't leave that. That is hideous. Okay, this is getting a little hairy here. Let's Oh, nope, now we're good. Nope, not good. That might be alright. That might be okay. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. The question is it long enough to reach the arm? That's really the question. So let's see here. Nope, it's not. God damn it. Let me just check that. Alright, so that's lined up now. No, it's not. It's too short. Christ. Maybe it's. I don't feel like redoing it. It's fine. Just gonna pretend like it's fine. All right. Let me get caught up on the chat. I just lost all will to. Redo that. In the chat, Espander says, Rip Squeak is cool, but have you seen the layer of dust on the ass blaster? Espander, I don't really get the feeling that many people want to do the Sim Sunday thing. The Sim Sunday streams were some of the least popular, and I'm trying to kind of focus on growing this thing a little bit. So we'll get back to it at some point, but everybody seems to want to see me do builds, so I'm trying to do what the majority of the people want to do. I'm sorry that's not necessarily what you want me to do, but it'll be back for sure. I just have a lot of builds that really need to get I really need to get through to help my sanity. If I can get caught up on a bunch of these builds, I will feel a lot better, and yeah, it'll just be better for me. PayPal from Christopher Dell for $5.69. He says, Happy Father's Day to the one and only. Add this to your iMac fund, please. Also, I made it personal with a gift theme per PayPal's recommendation. Look what he did. Look what he did. PayPal suggested that he say, you rock it. Thank you very much, Christopher. It looks like that is Your Majesty in the chat. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Also, what size arms are going to be on that Rip Squeak? So these are the 3-inch arms, but they're the thinner 3-inch arms. Let's get this gear fund updated here. Call it 6. Go to 7, and there we have it. Thank you, brother. So let's take a quick look at BQE's website. BQE.io. What do we got here? We're going to go into shop. We're going to go... I think it's in the frame section. It might be in the replacement parts. But I think if you choose the frame, it'll give you arm options. There's the Rip Squeak. And so the new thicker arms are 3.2 millimeters, but what I'm putting on it is these OG arms. Doesn't seem to tell me how thick they are, though. I can just grab a caliper, but I'm being lazy. Also kind of curious if it says it anywhere in here. There are the arm braces that you want if you're going to build yourself a Rip Squeak. Where are replacement Rip Squeak arms? Doesn't look like they're in here. I'm sure they're somewhere in here, but I'm just not finding them. Oh, right in front of me. 2.5 millimeters, that's what I thought. Yeah, 2.5 millimeters thick. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the 3-inch, 2.5 millimeter thick arms. I'm tempted to do the 2.5 inch, 2.5 millimeter thick arms, but they're almost the same weight as the 3 inch arms because I am going to try 2.5 inch props on this rig. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thanks again, Your Majesty. Very cool of you. Woo! Your Majesty also says, what motors do you recommend for the 2 inch arms versus the 2.5? You know, I don't really know, Your Majesty. I haven't done a 2 inch build in a long time. 2 inch really suffers from the tips of the propellers being a little bit too close together. And when that's the case, the turbulence, the tip vortices coming off the tips of each blade of the propeller don't have enough time to disperse before the next propeller comes around, and the next propeller comes around right into that turbulence. So 2 inch and smaller propellers really struggle with efficiency because of that. And so yeah, I just don't build 2 inch rigs anymore. When you go from 2 to 2.5 inch, there's a huge increase in power and efficiency. And there's a minuscule improvement in the size of the rig. So for me, 2 inch is a good size to just kind of skip and like either build a 2.5 inch or go all the way down to like 1.6 or 1.2, which is 65 and 75 millimeter tiny whoops. So yeah, I don't know. I have no hard data or testing on the right motor to match up with a 2 inch prop. That being said, 3 inch prop seems to really like a 1505 or a 1504. 2.5 inch prop seems to really like these 1304s or a 1404. So you can just keep scaling down, and if you keep scaling down like that, a 2 inch prop would probably be best off with like a 1203 or a 1204 motor, or maybe an 1104 or an 1105 motor. Way back when, like 3-4 years ago, when I did have a 2 inch build, I tried it on 1103s. They were definitely too small, and then I put it onto an 1105, and that felt way better. So yeah, 1204, 1105, that's probably going to be your best bet. But if that doesn't give you good flight performance, don't come crying to me, because I told you that this is just my guess. Look at this GemFan shirt. This is one of the softest shirts ever, and it's just from nobody. It's just there's no like fancy manufacturer on it. It's just, I don't even know if there is. It's just like a tag that just has all the nonsense on it. Shout out to GemFan for sending me a huge sponsor box of propellers with a hat. The hat is over on the Stig helmet. And the shirt and some beautiful battery straps. GemFan is now having these battery straps made that are like outrageously high quality. This material is like nice and soft, and yeah, this is a really well-made battery strap. It's a little heavy for me. Like, I probably won't use it. I tend to use, not tend, I do use the thinner battery straps that have the plastic buckles to save weight. But, you know, I'll find something to use this for. I use battery straps for all kinds of shit in my life. Your Majesty also says, what makes you decide between a linear antenna and a microcircular polarized like the True RC? Mainly, the only time that I'll ever use a linear antenna is if I don't have a CP antenna. So like this rig, for example, has the linear antenna on it, because at the time that I did this build, I didn't have any of the CP antennas laying around. There is pretty much no reason to do a linear antenna. They perform worse, and they bleed over onto other channels worse. I guess you could maybe make the argument that they're like fractions of a gram lighter, but the TrueRC singularities are like infinitely light. So if I have a TrueRC singular, or if I have any CP antenna, I will always use that over a whip antenna. The whip antennas are just bad. Athix says, are you going to be at Flow State in July? I'm not sure, Athix. I already got to see it at Rampage, so I'm kind of like, I would kind of almost go afterwards or before to hang out with people, and then maybe while it's playing, I'll go out and get some food or some women. Because yeah, I don't want to take up a seat in the theater that somebody else could be sitting in, right? But I would love to meet the people that are there, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's in Atlanta, so there's kind of no reason for me to not go before or after the film to hang out and meet people or whatever. I don't know, maybe, or what I could do is have a get-together here before or after the film, and then I don't have to leave the house. Although it's funny, like I make that joke, but like I really love leaving the house now. Like I would kind of rather leave the house than stay home. Yeah, I don't think I'm as much of an introvert as I was led to believe by the person that I lived with for a long time that was an introvert. But yeah, I'll do something. If they don't sell out, if there are open seats, sure, I'll be there for sure, and I'll watch it again, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But I'll do something. I'll do either a get together here, or I'll go and hang out with folks. It'll be cool to have 1 million FPV people here in Atlanta. So yeah, we'll see. That'll be pretty cool. Expander says, fair enough. Michael Blade says, love the building videos. See what I mean? Oh my god, YouTube just did the thing hard. No, it didn't. Didn't do the thing that hard. Doc Cock 100 with a 15-pound super chat. He says, just been watching the cockroach fiasco. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Put out a cut of the stream, 58 to 106. I swear it'll go viral. Where the fuck did that come from? What's on the wall behind you? Hopefully not another one of those big motherfuckers. Sons of bitches. Thank you, Doc Cock. Doc Cock. Doc Cock, are you a, I gotta stop saying that name. Are you, like a urologist or anything? What's a urologist? Is a urologist a penis? What's happening? Is a urologist a penis specialist? What is a urologist? Urinary tract. Yeah, I thought so. Look at me knowing words. I don't know. Don Lad says, get out back there and have some, get back out there and have some fun, bro. Where am I getting out? Get back out where? Where was I? What? What's happening? Gel Captain says, hello, just came in here, hope you're doing fine. Gel Captain is the newest Not Discord. What's it called? Patreon. The newest Patreon member. Thanks for joining, Gel. If you want to be like Gel Captain and join my Patreon, I will love you forever, and you will save yourself more money than you spend on the Patreon. I can all but guarantee it. I've got all kinds of good shit going on in there. Articles on how to PID tune, how to filter tune, how to buy the right stuff so that you don't waste your money on garbage. Yeah, lots of good stuff going on over in the Patreon page. It's the closest thing that I've got to a paycheck. It is the reason that I can continue to do this all day, every day. So join the Patreon. If you have $3 whole a month, that is 10 cents a day. You can do it. I know you can. Gel says, you mentioned on the Friday stream, Brother Hobby 2004 VY 3950. Was that a mistake? I could only find 1504 in that KV. Probably, yeah. Let me see. I mean, the specific KV doesn't really matter. Just kind of across the board, always buy the highest KV you can. Yeah, it looks like I was mistaken. 3150. It looks like the Brother Hobbies are 3150 KV. That's the highest KV you can get. Sorry about that. I wish they were. I wish they had a little bit more KV, but they really don't need it. It's got plenty of, look at that. Doc Cock was a urologist, now a physician with the last name Cockrell. Oh my god. Oh, the doc, the jokes must have been unbearable in medical school. Jesus. Donlad says, I mean, get out and enjoy yourself. Oh, like leave the apartment? It's pouring with rain today, unfortunately. You said you like going out more now. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Okay. Here we go. Where are we at? An hour and 20? I am really miserable. My face really hurts. What's today? Sunday? No, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Soldering iron is on. Let's power through. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean every single time, you just gotta power through with builds, man. Nobody really wants to be building. I shouldn't say nobody. Some of you guys like building. Everybody that I'm friends with. Here's a requirement for being my friend. You have to hate building. All my friends hate building. Double A says, you got any Benadryl? Benadryl also does not work against my allergies. I love you guys, but stop trying to fix me. I love all of you. I love that you're trying to fix me, but I'm good. I know my body. I know how to, I know what it does and doesn't respond to. Believe me, if, much like my depression, if there was a way for me to take a pill to fix this, I most certainly would. But unfortunately there is not. I have tried all the pills over the last 15 years that I've been dealing with this, and, yeah. Clarinex does work a little bit better than Claritin, but without health insurance, Clarinex is very expensive. And it only barely works better than Claritin. Yeah. I appreciate the thought, though. I know you guys are trying to help, but, you know, I got this. I know my body better than anybody. Okay. Don't ask. And I won't tell. Alright, we got 2 and 3 motor wires. Okay. One down, a million to go. Oh, fuck. These leads are going to be too short, aren't they? They definitely are. These leads are definitely going to be too short. God damn it. Well, I am happy that I figured this out now rather than 10 minutes from now. Oh yeah, that's totally too short. That is totally too short. Oh wait, no it's not. No it's not. Oh wow. Is it? Wait, is it? No, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't want that sitting on there like that. Shit. Okay. So. Gary Higgins loves the build videos. Don Lads puts off building as long as he can. Yeah. Gary Higgins also says, if I change motors on my Rip Squeak, what do you recommend looking for power and freestyle? Depends on the rest of the build, Gary. Depends on what the all-up weight's going to be. Depends on what size propellers you're going to run. Tell me as much as you can about the build. That's the only way for me to make a recommendation. Tell me the batteries you're going to run. That kind of thing. Fuck. So I really want to build this with the 9x9 setup. So what I really want to do is build it with these iFlight 1504s, but they went out of stock on Pyrodrone, and I'm trying to wait for them to come back in stock rather than... If I order them on iFlight, the second that I order them, they will come back in stock on Pyrodrone. Well, maybe then I just order them on Pyrodrone too. Because what then happens is that the iFlight shipping from, you know, the other side of the planet takes forever. So, I mean, I guess at that point I can just order 4 more from Pyrodrone so that they get here quick. But then I'm locked into 8 of these motors, which I'm pretty sure are going to be good, but if they're not good, I can just give 4 of them away in a giveaway. La 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 la. The fuck was that about? Oh, they're $16 per, you thieving whores. Oh, how dare you. Ugh. You sons of bitches. Oh, you know what else they have? M2 hardware kits. Oh, come on. I thought they did, didn't they? Isn't iFlight the one that has that really nice M2 hardware kit? Pretty sure they are. Come on, god damn it. Quad parts. Frame parts. Maybe? Why does this keep happening to me? Oh my god, this is real bad. My face is just on fire. It's flywheel. Fuck. Oh man. Yeah, this stream is pretty much over, boys and girls. This allergy attack is about to become an allergy fucking nuclear winter. What else does iFlight have? I hate to just order one thing. Oh, wait a second. Espander says, how much noise does heavier non-toothpick 3-inch makes? A little more. It's definitely a little more. Really hard to quantify that. Like, I don't really know what else to say. You know, like I can't say like 10 dB more. Like, I have no idea, but it makes more noise. It looks like these are sold out. I guess by that countdown. Kind of interesting. They got a little countdown. This ESC has proven to be really reliable, and it's really cheap. Although, man, it is nowhere near as cheap. This ESC is $27 on Pyrodrone. I think I'll wait. Because it'll, I mean, what the hell's that countdown timer? What's that mean? Oh, that's probably their shipping cutoff. I mean, $40 is a fair price for it, but it's $27 on Pyrodrone. And yeah, oh, maybe not. Oh, 30 by 30. I'm not looking at the right one. Electronics, ESCs, 20 by 20. Where's the $27 one that I put into the Acrobrat that absolutely took the world's biggest beating and just didn't even care and kept going and going and going. Well, I assume it's now this one that's $30 and out of stock. No, that's not the one. The hell is it? God damn it. Hold on. Let me go into my account and look it up. Oh man, this is for an order from a while ago. You know... Hold on. Oh man, my face is on fire now. This is just great. This is the best day of my life. I definitely don't want to go out on the balcony and just jump off. I definitely don't want to do that. Why am I trying so hard to order more nonsense that I don't need? Why can't I just click the goddamn checkout button and just shut up? I have looked for this ESC a couple times and I haven't been able to find it. So I'm wondering if it's gone or if I don't remember it being $27. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm pretty sure I got, maybe I didn't get it from Pyrodrone. Maybe that's the deal. Oh my god, come on now. Okay. I can't find it. Did I really order it this long ago? I'm back into May of 2020. Jesus. It was a while ago. It was definitely a while ago because that Acrobrat's been running it for a long time. I'll find it. I'll find it. In this amount of time, I could have probably just gone over to FPV Exchange and searched my list of products. Well, I can't find it. Maybe I didn't get it from Pyrodrone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I can't even think. It's gotten so bad that I can't think. I'm gonna shut this motherfucker down. Sorry, guys. It's not going well. It's not going well. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 10. My face has revolted against the stream, so blame my face. Thanks for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Here's a little bit more flying from yesterday in that crazy field. Here is the first battery of the day. See you tomorrow. Oh, well, I have no desktop audio, so I don't know what to do. I don't know how to end the stream. I guess if I... Wow, what a fucking shit show. I guess if I click on this, I can play audio through the goddamn speakers into the microphone like it's 1902. I mean, okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Great. Oh, but now I have to do this. And I have to do this. There we go. Great. Oh, yeah. Technology. Man doesn't know how to live stream after over a year. Love you guys. Bye.